Hello, blog buddies. It's Saturday morning, and I thought that it was time for an update. So hey. um, First of all, people have been asking about the painting that I sold on eBay. About a month ago, I put up a talkie blog talking about it, and the painting was to raise money for a charity called Food Gatherers, which is an amazing charity. Anyway, the painting, the final bid when it ended, would have given the charity $6,050, which is fantastic. And the charity was super excited. Unfortunately, the winning bid was fraudulent, as were the other two. So, needless to say, the charity didn't get any money, which kind of sucks, since they were so excited about it. And $6,000 is a lot of money for a small nonprofit. So, I still have the painting, and I'm trying to figure out how we can turn this around into something positive. And I was thinking that maybe we could do some kind of little fundraiser through my blog, and that we could come up with the $6,000. But let me know what you think. If you have any ideas, just type them in, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. So let's see. People have also asked about. They want to know if Will is upset that Colin is visiting. For those of you who don't know who Colin is, I suggest you look back to October. There's a talkie blog with him in which he takes his shirt off, by the way, and I'm just going to say it's worth watching. But Colin is this really sweet guy that I met in Argentina who was traveling. He was on tour there, and he's stopping in Rhode Island on his way to Australia from Canada. So he's going to be here for 6 days. And I'm really excited about that. Will doesn't care because the relationship that Will and I have isn't built on ego, and therefore we don't really get jealous. We just don't have that type of relationship. So Will doesn't care, and I'm excited to see Colin. People want to know the status of Project Love. Also in January, we started Project Love, which answers the question, how can you heal the world? And people sent in all kinds of fantastic pieces of art, video clips, all kinds of cool things, text. I haven't compiled it yet. I'm waiting until I feel inspired. And I just don't feel inspired quite yet, but I will. And when I do feel inspired, I'll compile them all into a YouTube video to share with all of you fine folks in blog buddy land. So that's coming down the pipe. And people want to know why I don't respond to comments on my blog. Well, I'm glad you asked. I mean, the first reason is fairly obvious, that there's just a lot of comments, and there's no real good or easy way to respond to people. And I mean, the bigger reason is because, I don't really feel the need to defend my point of view or my perspective. And so it doesn't really feel productive for me to engage people in that way, or to try to change people to see things the way that I see them. So, I mean, it is what it is. And when people say stuff that, people say things that are either criticisms or, or whatever, I'm just in the habit of not measuring myself by the things that people say in the blog. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. I don't really care either way. So I think ultimately when people say stuff that's insulting, it really says a lot more about themselves than it does about me. So I don't really find the need to respond to it. So that's that. People also want to know about Chipotle and how Chipotle is doing. Well, she's fantastic. I've had her now for probably, 6 weeks, and she still hasn't kissed me yet. I'm getting a little upset with that. There's been no tongue or anything. I think she's happy. She's adjusting. I'm adjusting. She's really excited to go to Toronto this summer, which is something people are also asking about. What are my summer plans? Well, I'm going to Toronto for June, July, and August. I'm looking up because my big calendar is on the wall. And I'm going to New York again in April, and then in May with my family, which is going to be a disaster. and fabulous and wonderful. I'm bringing my flip cam, and I suspect that there's going to be a dance-off between my mom and my aunt, and it is going to be a hot mess. But I will bring that to you as it happens on the blog. So those are kind of the big developments in my world, other than the fact that I got a haircut. Now my hair is really short, and I enjoy it that way. As it's starting to warm up, and as I say that, it's snowing outside. But spring is on its way, and still trying to enjoy those last few weeks of winter. But in all honesty, I am ready for some sun. So I think that's everything that we have for now. Will's coming over tonight for a slumber party with Chipotle, and yeah, so good times in Rhode Island. I hope all is well with you, and I guess I will catch you on the flip side. Peace out, blog buddies.